Hello everybody, so here is a quick little time lapse of these little peaches. So I'm working on the maize color of pastel matte paper. It's small, it's 17 centimeters squared. The reference image I generated using Midjourney AI bot. And I made a few little changes. I didn't include the curtain in the background, and I also didn't include the window shadows you can see on the left peach there. I just thought because I wasn't putting the curtain in, it wasn't necessary. And also, because this is a small little piece and they sell for a particular price, £90 per piece, I can't be spending tons of time on it. I kind of restrict myself in terms of how long it takes me to paint these. So using a mixture, as always, of pastel pencils and pastels, getting the background in first. I liked the background in the reference photograph where it had like these orangey browns mixed with the turquoise, because again, I think that plays nicely with the color scheme of the whole piece. You got the peaches with their peachy colors, obviously, and then you got the turquoise tablecloth. So also bringing in turquoise into the leaves there. Again, it just brings color harmony to the whole piece, which I really enjoy doing, using background colors into my subjects and just creating harmony throughout the piece, basically. So shadow areas. Shadow area, I'm using a darker, more muted orangey tone because obviously the peach is an orangey tone fruit. So the shadow needs to be darker, but I can't really, you can. It's art, right? You can do whatever you want. But in terms of how I like to paint realistically, that shadow is going to be a darker, duller version of whatever the object is. So that's why going in with my dark muted yellows and also some muted portrait colors from the Jack Richardson set. I've got the Jack Richardson set, Portrait Tonal Values 4 to 6. Really enjoy that set, got gorgeous colors, and as you can see, just because it says portrait on it, obviously you don't just need to use it for figures, right? You can use that for whatever, and I use portrait set for loads of still lifes. So starting off with this is marine blue from Art Spectrum Extra Soft, going in with the darker marine blue and then a lighter marine blue. Now, I could have gone greener if I wanted to. The turquoise I bring on top isn't quite as green as what you can see in the reference photograph, but I was happy with the way the tablecloth ended. Looked in the end, I should say. That's better English. So painting fabric is one of my favorite things to paint. I think it comes together so quickly. You've just got to remember those folds, got to get the darks in for the folds, then your mid-tone and then your light. And it's amazing. The fabric just comes together so quickly. So I never finish one aspect of the painting in one go. You'll find if you've watched a few of my time lapses that I actually jump all over the place and I come back to areas to finish them off. Personally, that's just the way that feels best and comfortable for me. I know lots of artists finish a particular area, but I don't. So you'll see me jumping around. You'll also see me not necessarily doing all my darks, then all my midtones, and then all my lights. Often when I'm building up like the fabric or like this peach pip, I'll go darks, midtones, lights, put back in some darks where I need to go darker. So I'm constantly just building up is definitely the natural way that I tend to paint. So often you'll see me do something and then I'll get rid of that and you're wondering, well, why did she put that other color down when she's coming in with another color? It's just my process. I'm just building up until it looks the way I want it to look. So if you want vibrant color, I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you want vibrant color in your soft pastels, Sennelier are the bomb. They just produce the most beautiful, colorful, high chroma pastels. Not saying other brands don't, of course they will, but Sennelier is usually my go-to if I need high chroma. So I'm using a lot of orange yellows, bright yellows from Sennelier range. So also using my pastel pencils to get those little details, especially those little veins, the veiny parts around the pip, which again is a prominent feature of a peach. So I thought it was quite important to leave that in. And also using for the lightest parts of the peach, I'm using pure white. And that's a General's 550. It's not the whitest white, but you can get a nice sharp point because it's got a harder lead, well, not lead, it's got a harder pastel in there, so you can get a nice sharp point, but it's not super light or anything. So you can see I went back into the background, just added a little bit more turquoise. Now I wanted to keep the lovely flower embroidery you see on the tablecloth, but I didn't want to go as detailed because I didn't want to detract. This is about the peaches, and the tablecloth is just adding to the painting. It's adding a little bit of something. I think it was too plain without the tablecloth. And like I said in the beginning, because I'm selling this for a certain price, I can't spend hours and hours putting in all detail of the embroidery. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm simplifying it and I'm just getting the feel of that embroidered cloth. But if you've enjoyed this, please do subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.